Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday live from the Lake District. And this week's frequently asked question has come from a number of business owners, managers, CEOs who are constantly saying, Alison, how on earth can we increase our profits right now as costs are increasing? They're going so high, and it's getting more and more difficult to actually make a really amazing profit within the business. And I thought I'd come up with some ideas for you. And this week's Showcase Sunday, we're going to be speaking with David Ram about doing your cost analysis, and he'll look at all your expenses, all your costs of your overheads, and be able to help and support you. So watch out for the Showcase Sunday this week on Sunday. But I wanted to go through some elements which you can actually work towards right now to help and support you to reduce costs, mitigate risks, and actually have some strategies that you can employ right now to effectively reduce costs in the hospitality industry. So what can we do? Well, first of all, energy efficient measures. You should be doing this anyway. Should have been doing this for a very long time, but there's still some businesses out there not making the most of it, like motion sensors, LED lights, programmable thermostats to optimize your energy consumption, insulating windows. And I know it's difficult with some buildings where they need, you find it really difficult to do that, but I have a contact who deals with tightness in buildings of an old nature, and they actually can help and support you to reduce energy costs as well. So get in touch with me, Alison at ajlakes.com, if you're wanting that introduction. And look at insulating doors to reduce heat and cooling costs. Encourage staff to turn off lights. We've discussed this before, where in breakfast time chefs will put all the gas on in winter to warm up the kitchen, but think about how we can turn off lights, how we can turn off equipment, how we can turn off TVs so they're not on standby, and appliances when not in use. And then consider renewable energy sources like solar panels, if that works. And there's grants out there for different renewable energy sources, so certainly have a look at that, and think about different ways that you can lower energy expenses. The next element is waste management and recycling. Try and implement recycling programs to minimize waste and reduce disposal costs. Optimize purchasing and inventory management. We talk about this on the show. We're going to be talking about this on the Showcase Sunday, hopefully with David, to minimize food and supply waste. Look at the inventory, look at stock rotation. This should be automatically being done, but in some businesses it's still not being done enough and properly. So really look at inventory management. People are bulk buying to reduce costs, but then they're wasting products and food and supply waste. And encourage your guests to be friendly, to get involved with the eco-friendly practices. We've been doing about towels. Keep your towels on the radiators, or put them in the bath if you want them changing. But really look at other ways that you can get guests to participate. They love it. It's part of one of the top things to purchase from you right now. Guests are looking for sustainable hotels, sustainable businesses to actually come and buy off. So really think about that. And then the third element is efficient staffing and labour costs. Really look at your staffing levels and schedules. and ensure optimal staffing without overstaffing during the low demand periods. You know, if a shift is 7 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock, does everybody have to be in at 7? Or, you know, look at the peak times, or could you ask people, you know, to have shorter shifts, or cross-purpose them, etc. And then cross-train employees to handle multiple roles, enabling flexibility in your staffing needs. You know, when you're doing your rotas, have you got your training matrix? Have you checked on whether you've got, you know, your training matrix where people are being trained in all areas, so that you can actually repurpose a person and train and develop them? Really talk to your teams of how you can do that. Brainstorm it, mind map it. Consider outsourcing certain functions of your business, such as maintenance or laundry, or elements. You know, you could look at sales and marketing to reduce labour costs. Really have a look at that. And then we've got inventory and purchasing optimization, and hopefully David will explain all about this with regard to the Showcase Sunday this week, where we're implementing inventory management systems to avoid overstocking. We mentioned that earlier with waste, and really look at negotiable favourable terms with suppliers. And make sure you're checking your invoices regularly. You know, years ago when I was the general manager, you know, we'd sign contracts, and then suddenly the costs would increase after 3 months as though we wouldn't check it. And it's about really making sure that you're checking all your invoices, and look at volume discounts and extended pay terms, and regularly review and optimize purchasing practices to ensure your cost effectiveness. And then you've got marketing and advertising. You know, leverage cost-effective digital marketing channels and social media platforms, you know, to reach your ideal client, to reach your target audience. You know, utilize user-generated content. AI is massive at the moment, but be very mindful that it's got to be in your language and the language that your ideal client understands. And, you know, look at utilising user-generated content for online review platforms to enhance your online presence, you know, and develop loyalty programs to encourage your ideal clients and all your customers to repeat your business. And look at customer referrals. You know, how many times do we go on about TripAdvisor review sites where only the negatives show, and we focus on that, and yet you might have had your record month ever, and we focused on, say, 2 or 3 bad reviews, when your team are actually working full pelt. But have a, you know, look at that. Don't focus just on the negatives. Look at, well, you know, how many people can we get to give great reviews, and how are we utilising that? Are we asking people, have they enjoyed the stay? Have they enjoyed the meal? Have they enjoyed their experience? And then are we saying, well, if you have, would you mind completing one of our customer reviews? Would you mind clicking on the link on your bill, for example, to leave us a review? We're really grateful. Thank you very much. And if they've not, then deal with the complaint there and then. See how you can mitigate the risk and sort it out, because they become your best ambassadors if you get it right. And then look at maintenance and repairs. So many businesses, don't implement proactive maintenance schedules, and you should do. It should be in the operative word, but this will prevent costly breakdowns and repairs. And if you inspect and maintain your equipment, and have systems in place and facilities to ensure optimal performance and energy efficiency, it's a no-brainer, because the amount of costs it will reduce, it will be outstanding. and then develop relationships with reliable and cost-effective maintenance contractors, and see how you can really look after everything that you've got. The other element which a lot of people are getting involved with now and getting used to is technology integration. Systems are really important. You know, the more systems you can put in place as a business, the better you'll be. And utilize technology solutions to streamline your operations, such as property management systems. A lot of you have already got it, booking systems, but have a look at automated guest communication tools. You know, like I said earlier, there's as you're presenting a bill, say on an iPad or a device, and then having a link to your guest customer reviews, etc. And really look at IT infrastructure costs to improve your efficiency, like cloud-based solutions, etc. To reduce your IT infrastructure costs. So really look at it. And then we've got training and development. Now this is a biggie because the amount of business owners and managers I speak to, and they say, not time to train, we've not time to develop our staff in the summer periods, and I just shake my head, because I just think if you've not time to train, my goodness, if you don't invest in training, you're really opening a can of worms here. You know, who would allow anybody to present your business if they hadn't got the full training and development in your business? You know, it's like putting your weakest link on the front line and saying crack on. It just wouldn't happen in a normal situation. So please don't let that happen. So invest in training and development programs to enhance your employees' skills and knowledge, but yours as well. Invest in yourself. You know, it improves productivity, guest satisfaction. It's a no-brainer. And I know you're busy, and I know, you know, but if you don't look after your team will not look after you. I can guarantee that without a shadow of a doubt. And really look at fostering a culture of continuous improvement and cost consciousness amongst employees. Actually give them a reason why they're doing it. Explain that to them. And really look at benchmarking and cost analysis. I'm hoping that David will explain this on Showcase Sunday about regularly analysing and benchmarking your costs against industry standards. Don't just listen to other hoteliers or colleagues in the industry, managers in the industry, as saying, yeah, belief system, it's all going up and that's it, and that's why our profits are down. You know, nobody in the right mind would do that if when you're looking at your own business. So identify areas of improvement, be resourceful, and look at cost saving opportunities, but keeping the quality at the highlight and the top end of your thoughts. So really look at conducting regular cost audits to track expenses and identify areas where you can make adjustments, and really look to consider the impact of cost reduction strategies on the guest experience and overall service quality. And make sure that you find the right balance between your cost saving measures and maintaining guest satisfaction to ensure your long-term success of your business. So I hope that's helped and supported you. Really, you know, look out for the Showcase Sunday this week, because David Ram, I'm hoping, will go into more detail about reducing costs and about looking at auditing, etc. They're the experts in the field. Certainly keep an eye out for that. And as always, I'm here to help and support you. If you want airtightness introduction, certainly message me, Alison@ajlakes.com, on my email, and I'm here to help and support you. So happy Friday everybody, and a happy weekend. Take care. Bye bye.